Very emotional. Yeah. Still very hyped after the show, to be honest, yeah.
I'm just too warm. And I want to dive in that pool over there.
There's a frog out there.
Oh, okay, I won't dive.
Frogs and
Right, okay, I won't dive in there. But yeah, it was... it was awesome. It's always awesome to play here. So, yeah. Yeah, we played in 2018. We've already played, so that was when I was a lot younger. I had hair. I had no grey hairs, and I had a lot more energy. But yeah, but it's awesome. It's definitely like one of, if not the best, metal/rock festival.
I'm just very grateful for everyone who was there, because as I said, it was a really emotional experience for me. I've never played in front of so many people, so yeah, that was really amazing. No, I'm playing with Saor since March, but this was the biggest festival or the biggest show that we've played so far. So for me it was really special, and I will definitely remember it for a long time.
I like the fact that the crowds, at the start of the show, I think like the crowds are kind of trying to judge you, like in a nice way. Like they're kind of maybe I don't know this band, and then they warm up to you, and then you can get them to chant, and they really, you can see they're enjoying it. And it was especially cool to see there was a little girl with her dad maybe on her shoulder, and she was like, so that was really cool. So that was really cool. There's a sort of we play a lot of unique venues, and sometimes smaller places it's more intense, and as you said, people come out maybe just to see us, so they're like die-hard fans, and it's really cool. And bigger festivals like this, maybe half the crowd or less than half know who you are, and it's playing in front of a new audience. But 100%, like festivals like Hellfest are so much more organised, and you feel really relaxed because you know things are going to go well. And then maybe smaller venues, you're a bit more anxious because it's kind of more DIY, I suppose. But yeah, they both have their little venues have their charm. I mean, the brewery we played, the acoustic show, I loved that. Yeah, the food was amazing, the beer was amazing. I was really nervous actually, because I don't really like playing acoustic guitar in front of people. It's totally different playing in a full band playing bass, and everyone's doing something. With acoustic, it's very like you can listen into any little mistake, and I hate that because I'm quite a nervous guitar player live, but I love that brewery. It was really cool. The Gals World Tour, yeah, that was good. It was a learning experience because we'd never been on a tour bus before. Yeah, it was good. I didn't get a lot of sleep, put it that way. It was cool. It was really nice to see different countries. It was obviously an honour to open for someone as famous as Gal's Word. Those guys were really cool. Yeah, it was a weird experience because we'd never done it. I'd never done it before. It was like a bucket list kind of ticked off. But I found it really difficult to sleep because of the little bunks, and you're driving during the night. So and also, I do like a beer or 10. So after the tour, I was feeling a bit rough. But all in all, obviously we were the support act. We only got 45 minutes or whatever, but it was amazing. I mean, we went to Barcelona, and the venue was right next to the beach, so that was great. So yeah, there's cool things like that. Other times it was more just turn up to the venue, play, go back on the bus. So there was upsides and downsides, as always.
Well, I wish I would.
I wish to.
I wish I could say yes, but no, I don't. No, well, I try to practice the whole set every day, at least once, yeah. And then if there's things I'm not really happy about when I go through the set, I try to repeat it as well. So just try to take some time for practice every day. And well, we are not really in a tour bus, so we sometimes use a van, or we just fly to shows depending on where we go, if it's just a festival show or if it's 3 shows in a row, for example. And no, it's not weird at all to be a girl. It is very easy, and actually we played one show, I think it was in England, at Uprising Festival, where I got my own dressing room because it said girls only. And then I went into that room and there was no one in, so I was actually happy because I got my own bathroom and my own shower and everything, and all the guys had to squeeze in to some tiny room and had to share one toilet. So
You are a princess.
yes. No, but usually it's not a problem at all. And then sometimes we also have a violinist, so I'm not the only girl, so but it's nice. And
it was a bit of a experimental. It wasn't an experimental album. It was a very different album from the previous albums. I wanted to do shorter songs. I wanted the production to be a bit better. I was listening to a lot of heavy metal during lockdown, so I wanted a lot of solos and stuff. And in the press, it was really well received. The fan base was 50-50 on it, I think, because I think some people prefer the black metal blast beats and the rough, raw production. But I'm glad I did it, and I love the album, and I'm really proud of it. But yeah, I think the fan base is kind of split 50-50. But as I said, the press reactions were really good. Because in the past with the old albums, I never really had any advance, never had money. So we just had to record the albums with what we had. Like I knew a guy who worked in a studio, and we just used the studio. I had to pay for it to get mixed and mastered, but I didn't have a lot of money to pay someone really famous to do it. And I suppose the old albums have that kind of charm to the sound. Yeah, we did that as like a promo too. Yeah, but I absolutely love Lord of the Rings, the trilogy. Only extended versions though. The other ones suck. Just the extended versions, and even that's too short for me. I wanted even longer films. But I love the film, so it was really cool to get him to do a wee bit of promo. But yeah, yeah. The inspiration is obviously the landscapes, history. I also take lots of inspiration from movie soundtracks and stuff like that. Old folk music. So there's a lot of different influences. To write the music, I mean, there's no real I'll go in, I'll write a riff, I'll add drums to it, then I'll add some other thing to it. There's no real structure to what I do. It's just all over the place. But I mean, I'm working on new stuff, and I do all the drums and the guitars and the bass. I always add the vocals last. But I'm going to send it to Ella, and she's going to maybe try out some bagpipes and tin whistles and stuff to it. So it's really cool to collaborate with other people. But yeah, I don't really have any structure to the songwriting process, just like that. And I just demo, I do demos, and then I send them out to some people I'm working with. They might do violin or whistle, and then it all builds up, and then you're like, okay, that's so yeah. It's something that I've always wanted to do. I've asked a few people to help with it. It will be a long process, but I think we will eventually do something like that. Either I would love to do a live show, maybe in a beautiful church, or out in nature, just something really amazing. Natural sounds and stuff in the background, and maybe in the Isle of Skye or something, and have a few guitarists, have a few violin players, some tin whistle, and other instruments. I've always wanted to do that and do an acoustic album, but the old songs, definitely I would love to do them. I love over the top orchestration and things. I love it. I love the Lord of the Rings soundtrack. I love lots of strings and just epicness, and But yeah, definitely in the future, hopefully. Yeah. So that's in the Isle of Skye. We chose that location because my dad has a place there, so it's like a base for everyone. And also, the scenery's breathtaking, and it has a real atmosphere when you're there. And it's, you know, the mist and the rain and all that kind of stuff. So yeah, we chose that location just for that reason, and also because we could stay at my dad's for free. Thanks, Dad. But yeah, we spoke to Season of Mist when the album was submitted, and they suggested we do the music video, and we found the actor on Instagram, believe it or not. I think he was like following us or something, and they were like, oh, this guy looks cool, and he does acting on the side. So the guy that's walking about being the Pictish warrior, we just randomly found him. Also, we did all the band shots in this nice area, but it was pissing of rain. Like, it was so rainy. So that's not effects, that's actual rain when we were like headbanging and stuff. So it's like just this torrential rain on top of all our instruments. We're like, oh shit. But we're like, it looks authentic. So and yeah, we did we got some drone shots and stuff like that. So yeah, that's how that all came about. So yeah. Yeah, I wanted to capture like almost what the music's about, the landscapes and the atmosphere, and obviously the origins was loosely based on like the Pictish people. It wasn't like historically accurate, but it's something I'm fascinated about, like in the past. And I don't think there's many bands that have ever really, done that subject on their albums. So I thought it was really cool being Scottish. It's part of your history. So yeah.
Well, the reason I'm playing with Saor is actually that I saw a post on, was it Facebook?
Yeah,
or
Facebook.
I think it was Facebook, that they were looking for a folk musician. And so, although I'm not really a fan of all aspects of social media, I think this is a really handy thing, and I'm actually really grateful that you made this post, because otherwise I wouldn't have applied. So thanks. It did actually, yeah.
You didn't know it shows up.
No, I knew the band, I knew the music, but they didn't know me, and so I just saw this post and applied and sent some videos. And
did we not fly you in from like Germany for like a week before a show? Was it a week before a show?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm personally grateful for their social media presence, because this is kind of how I got the job.
I'll answer my side.
Yeah.
I hate social media. I think that seriously, there is again positives and negatives. As a band, the internet's been a great thing for like bands to spread their music and meet other musicians, and it's really easy to contact people. And but on the downside, I feel social media, it's just fake, and I feel there's a lot of people on it that are very fake, and they're trying to milk like likes. They're trying to like get likes and stuff, and I just hate that. I just think it's sad. And truthfully, I wish I did the band maybe in the 90s or something like that, when social media wasn't around. And there's no way we would have been where we are here in Hellfest playing like festivals like this. Probably. I mean, it was maybe, I don't know, but I just hate it, and I hate. I don't like people that comment and stuff and that hiding behind their computer screen, because they never say it to your face. Yeah. And I just don't like that whole culture. It's very toxic. I mean, obviously it is important. It is like, that's your way of giving people news. Like, I mean, metal magazines, I loved buying magazines when I was younger, but I don't feel anyone really buys them anymore, because they just go online, and it's kind of laziness in a way. Like, it was very exciting when I discovered, say, metal music. I would go to school and we'd trade CDs, and you'd discover things and you go, oh, they're playing in my town, oh, let's go, and you'd meet other people, and it was like face to face. And I feel there's this like maybe this is like a weird thing to say, but like there's a like generation that's stuck behind a computer screen, and they have really unrealistic expectations of like the world and life in the world, and yeah, so I don't really like it, but I have to do it. It's like a necessity. It's an evil, but it's a necessity as a necessary evil. That's what I was trying to say. But yeah. Oh, I have a really weird band that I've been listening to that I don't know if anyone will know. It's a band called Unsun, and they're from Poland, I think, and they're the most poppy goth metal you'll ever hear, but it's awesome. Like, I love listening to black metal, but I have to be in the mood for it. But I'm very open to any genre and music, and I do have a soft spot for cheesy goth metal with female singers. So I've been listening to that and just like, I don't know, it's a difference to, like, you know, I wouldn't say we are totally black metal. There's little elements of black metal, and don't get me wrong, I absolutely love, you know, old school stuff, Dark Throne and all that kind of, like, I love it, and I grew up listening to it, and I wouldn't be here without those bands. But there's sometimes you're just like, I can't be fucked listening to this shit. Like, I just want to listen to some cheesy, like, melodies and stuff. So yeah, and so that's on my playlist, and also old shit.
I'm not really using Spotify because I don't want to support it. But then again, as an artist and as a musician, it's very similar to social media. So if you want people to hear your music, you kind of have to be present on these streaming platforms. So yes, I'm using Bandcamp a lot more because I think for me it's a bit better. But so all sales go to the artists, and they don't take any percentage of it. I think it's the first Friday each month or something like that. Yeah. So this is very nice. For example, yeah, merch in general is a great way to support artists.
It's probably the only way now.
Yeah.
Sadly, because Spotify. Well, you know, you don't like to support Spotify. They just pay you nothing for your music, so it devalues the music straight away. When, you know, I feel a lot of musicians, like especially younger musicians. Sorry. No, I feel like, you know, they love the music and they do it for the passionate, but there should be great bands coming through, younger bands coming through and wanting to make a living off it. There's, you know, it's your art and you're doing something special, and I feel Spotify is just this mainstream corporation that's just fucked all the bands over. Or we'll pay you 0.0 whatever per stream, when you used to have to go and physically buy the album for €15 or whatever. I don't know what it used to be, but and buy vinyls. And metal fans are the most dedicated fans in terms of buying physical, buying merch, coming to shows. But there's this weird void in the mainstream, and it's like all reality TV and all this, and you know, famous people doing pop music, and it's just, yeah, it's not the same like as the 90s and maybe early 2000s being an artist, and you're basically just getting, I don't want to swear again, basically you're getting fucked everywhere you go as an artist. Spotify again is a necessity, unfortunately, but fuck Spotify. Fuck social media as well. Anyway, anything else? No. I can't speak French, so no, I can't. No. Je m'appelle Andy. I don't know. Yeah, I hope we can come back to like Hellfest in the future, and we will definitely be back in France. There's no doubt about it. And thanks to everyone that comes to watch us. Thanks to everyone that buys the merch and supports the band. Yeah, then cheers. Thank you.